Good evening. Welcome to CSB IAS Academy Current Affairs Bulletin. Keshavananda Bharati. All competitive exam preparation students know this name. Keshavananda Bharati, a very famous seer in Kerala. He reached heavenly abode today. Keshavananda Bharati is very famous in religious discussions, and more than that, he is very famous in Keshavananda Bharati was a state of Kerala, 1973. The case, which is very important in polity, basic structure theory case, also called as fundamental rights case. Keshavananda Bharati was a state of Kerala, also called as basic structure theory case, also called as fundamental rights case. And from Keshavananda Bharati case onwards, the parliament cannot amend, parliament cannot take away basic structure of the constitution. Parliament should not touch the basic structure of the constitution. In the year 1973, Keshavananda Bharati judgment have come. Actually, Keshavananda Bharati is a seer in a mutt in Kerala. He challenged the Kerala government's attempts to impose restrictions on mutt property, and the entire case went on for arguments and counter arguments. Finally, Keshavananda Bharati versus State of Kerala judgment was announced. Next important news: India is going to host Shanghai Cooperation Organization Council Summit of Heads of Government on November 30. So, SCO Heads of Government meeting is going to be hosted by India in the month of November. Ministry of External Affairs informed that India is going to host 19th summit of Council of Heads of Government of SCO on November 30th. First of all, you should know what is SCO. SCO means Shanghai Cooperation Organization. SCO means Shanghai Cooperation Organization. And the members of SCO are China, Russia, Tajikistan, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Uzbekistan, India, and Pakistan. SCO represents 42% of world population, 20% of world GDP. The headquarters of SCO are at Beijing, China. The headquarters of Shanghai Cooperation Organization are at Beijing, China. Last year, in 2019, the SCO Heads of Government Summit was held at Tashkent, Uzbekistan. So this year, the summit is going to be hosted by India on November 30th. SCO Heads of Government Summit. 2 days back, Prime Minister Narendra Modi have given a speech at USISPF. What is this USISPF? United States India Strategic Partnership Forum. USISPF means United States India Strategic Partnership Forum. Prime Minister Modi in this speech have given a beautiful ideas of building new world, and he spoke about Atmanirbhar Bharat. He spoke about India's adventurism for Atmanirbhar Bharat. Modi ji spoke about the theme, how to accept and go positively towards new challenges in the post-COVID world. The theme of USISPF summit was navigation in new challenges. Navigation in the new challenges. And Modi ji also spoke about how India could able to cope up with COVID-19, how India could cope up with fresh mindset. All these things he has discussed. And he also spoke about new mindset is needed for human centric development. New mindset is needed for human centric development. This is important. Recently, UN Women and UNDP released a data. UN Women is an organization which works for the welfare of the women in the world, particularly developing countries and underdeveloped countries. And we also have an organization called UNDP, United Nations Development Program. UN Women and UNDP have given a data on the conditions of women, on the conditions of women. Actually, COVID 19 is going to widen the poverty gap between men and women. Women are becoming more and more poor because of COVID 19. COVID 19 is affecting the poverty gap between men and women. Women are becoming more prone to poverty due to COVID 19. By 2021, for every 100 men who are in extreme poverty, there will be 118 women. So if there are 100 men who are in extreme poverty, there will be 118 women. This was really. So anything that affects women, really, even any loss in any sector, first affects women. Environmental degradation affects women. Agricultural crop failures affects women. Now COVID-19 pandemic is affecting women, all these things. Next important news. You all know that India banned Chinese apps and PUBG was also banned. What is PUBG? Player Unknown Battleground. Players Unknown Battleground is PUBG. The Chinese technology company Tencent, TENCENT, because of PUBG ban in India, it's going to lose $34 billion of income. It's going to lose $34 billion of. Already it lost, it seems, from last 2 3 days. $34 billion because of the PUBG. So see how Chinese companies are working out. And you all know many Chinese apps were banned under IT Act and IT rules. IT Act, Information Technology Act, and Information Technology rules. Next important news is Sikkim celebrated a festival. Sikkim celebrated festival. Pang Lapsol. PANG Pang LHABSOL. Pang Lapsol. Pang Lapsol is one of the most historically significant festivals in Sikkim. It is a unique festival which commemorates consecration of Mount Kanchenjunga. What do you mean by consecration? Declaring that particular place as a sacred place or declaring that particular action as a sacred action. So, Panglong is a festival that is celebrated to commemorate the consecration of Mount Kanchenjunga. And Pangyang festival is popularly celebrated by Lepchas and Bhutias. Lepchas and Bhutias, they are the tribes in Sikkim. Lepchas and Bhutias, they are the tribes in Sikkim. This is very important. And that these tribes ceremonially signed a treaty of blood brotherhood many centuries back, 14th century. Treaty of Brotherhood. Even that was celebrated here. So Pang Lapsol Festival in Sikkim. PANG Pang LHABSOL. Remember this, very important for. Next important news. Facebook is going to ban political ads for 1 week before US presidential elections. You all know that in November 2020, we are going to have presidential elections in the United States. Facebook is going to ban political advertisements before just 1 week before the president's election. Last time there was a criticism on Facebook that Facebook have given data to a company called Cambridge Analytica, and Cambridge Analytica manipulated the minds of the people by understanding their backgrounds, all these things. So this time Facebook told we are going to ban all political advertisements 1 week before the American presidential elections. Okay. Next important news. Sri Lankan cabinet appoints a special panel to draft a new constitution. Remember, Sri Lankan cabinet appoints a special panel to draft a new constitution. You need to understand one point here. Sri Lanka now, recent parliamentary elections, the Rajapakshas, their political party, won with a great majority. Now they wanted to make the powers of the president very, very powerful. Already Sri Lanka have presidential form of government, but 5 years back, some of the powers of the president was reduced and parliament was increased by 19th Amendment. Now they wanted to make the president very, very powerful. So, in that interest to pursue that, they have constituted a panel to draft a new constitution for Sri Lanka. This new constitution will be very, very strong in favor of president and more powers to the president, less powers to the parliament. That is going to happen, which is really a bad thing for Sri Lanka. In the interest of people's demand, more parliament powers, federalism, all those things. I think people won't agree for that. Let's wait and see. But how it's going to happen. Next important news. Russia is going to conduct live fire naval drills. Live fire naval drills in Eastern Mediterranean region, said by Turkey. Turkey have announced that Russia is going to conduct live fire naval exercises in the eastern Mediterranean region. As you all know, there were tensions between Turkey and its coastal neighbors, Greece and Cyprus. Now, Russia coming to this area is a cause of concern not only for other countries but also for Greece and Cyprus. You need to understand this. Next important news, France expresses very strong support for India to get a permanent seat in United Nations Security Council. As you all know, G4 countries are striving to get reforms in UNSC. G4 countries. G4 countries are India, Germany, Japan, and Brazil. They all want to have reforms in UNSC. France is expressing support for India and other members in G4 that they should get permanent seat in the reformed UNSC. They should get the reformed UNSC. Next important news, as you all know, from last 1 week, one issue is going on between center and state. That is about GST, Goods and Services Tax. You all know that GST was introduced on 1st July 2017. And while introducing GST, many of the states, which are manufacturing states, have said that they are going to incur huge losses. When central government proposed GST and central government launched GST, some of the manufacturing states got really annoyed because of their losses. And as you all know, GST is a destination-based tax. What are the whenever anything was produced, anything was manufactured in a particular state, it might face that loss. So for that reason, center promised that for 5 years, center will compensate the losses. For 5 years, center will compensate the losses. But from then on, this compensation money, the money which is given as compensation, it's being delayed. Even before COVID-19, center delayed in paying the compensation, GST compensation cess to the states. But after COVID-19, center did not pay anything. And now center came up with a proposal with the two options for the states. Now center came up with a proposal with the two options to the states. One is one is center will allow the states to borrow from RBI. You take loan from RBI, GST compensation, whatever amount is there, and I'll pay interest. So center asks the state, you take loan from RBI, I'll pay interest. This is the first option. So states got angry on this. So why center is asking us to take the GST compensation as loan from RBI, and only interest is paid by the center? So this is the first thing. And second thing, the states are asking that, see, due to COVID-19, we are having huge losses. You need to pay a lot of money to us. So centers told, okay, take all the money, even including this compensation which is to be paid to you due to COVID-19 losses. Take all the money as a loan from the central government. We will give loan, but at a concessional rate. At a concessional rate. For these two proposals, states are not happy. States are conducting a lot of things. Let's wait and see how states are going to react on this. Okay. Next important thing. United Nations Chief, UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres warns famine risk in four countries. He said there's a risk of famine in four countries: Congo, Yemen, Northeast Nigeria, and South Sudan. Congo, Yemen, Northeast Nigeria, and South Sudan. RBI alters priority sector norms to help startups and farmers to avail loans. RBI recently alters priority sector norms to help startups, basically to help more number of startups. As one of this is a time to encourage startups in solar power, in agricultural pumps and other things. So RBI is going to help startups, more number of through RBI indirectly started helping them all these things. Next is Assam government relaunches Swayam scheme. Assam government relaunches Swayam scheme to provide self-employment to around 2 lakh youth of the state. Assam government launches Swayam scheme to provide self-employment to around 2 lakh youth of the state. Swayam means Swami Vivekananda Assam Youth Empowerment. Swayam means Swami Vivekananda Assam Youth Empowerment. Next important news. Indian cabinet, our union cabinet approves MOU between India Japan for cooperation in technical textiles. Technical textiles. Kindly read an article on technical textiles. What do you mean by technical textiles? For example, if you wear a dress, if your dress can tell you your temperature, that's a technical textile. If you wear a say pant, if it gives you some security, it's a technical textile. The textiles which are integrated with some technological features are called technical textiles. Cabinet approves MOU between India and Japan in cooperation with technical. Next important news is Indian oil tanker catches fire near Sri Lanka coast. Indian oil tanker catches fire near the Sri Lanka coast. The fire started in the engine room of New Diamond, which was carrying crude oil from Kuwait to India, and then it was spread. So there was a ship called New Diamond. It There was a fire in the engine, and near the Sri Lanka coast, the ship which is carrying crude oil from Kuwait to India, there was a fire in that. There was a fire in that. So Indian oil tanker catches fire near the Sri Lanka coast. These are the important current affairs yesterday and today. Tomorrow will come up, tomorrow evening 9 o'clock we'll come up with other current affairs. The entire notes you will get after 5 o'clock today in our CSB Valata CSBIS Academy Telegram channel. Thank you. We'll meet tomorrow.